Right, okay, it will still, well, I won't make you take it a day before the other kids. Okay, good morning, Christian. Let's see, today's Wednesday, we are in the workbook. I did not get to publish yesterday's video, and I sent you the note about what we did. Basically, for pages 121 to 123 in the workbook, just get familiarized in the textbook with the names of the colors and how they will work. Some of them must be changed feminine to masculine with the ending, and plural or singular depending upon what they are describing. So just familiarize yourself with that. And today we're going to be on page 125 of the workbook. Okay, so 125. It says complete each sentence with the correct form of the most logical verb. Now you will want to open your textbooks to these verbs. They are found 197 and 198. 197, 198. Not all of them that are used have the full conjugation. There's a list in the middle of page 198 of more of those verbs that follow the same pattern of sticking that letter I in there in the conjugation. So as long as you know to stick in that, you can figure out the conjugation. I don't see a book open, young man. 125, quickly. Another one, let's go. 125. Okay. So
In this book or in the activity?
in the activity book. But you will need page 198 in your regular book to look up these verbs. Because I guarantee you none of you have them all memorized. Okay, we'll start with Rebecca. Now it says, yo blank, estudiar en mi dormitorio. I do something to study in my bedroom. So, do you want tener or preferir? Which one would make sense? I blank study in my bedroom. Preferir, to prefer. I prefer to study in my bedroom. Now, what would be the yo form for preferir? Prefiero. P-R-E-F-I-E-R-O. Prefiero. Yo prefiero estudiar en mi dormitorio. I prefer to study in my bedroom. Okay, Madison, number 2 says blank. To ir al centro mañana con el grupo de jóvenes de la iglesia. Something, you, 2 is you, to go to downtown tomorrow with the youth group from the church. Do you think you want pedir or querer? The querer, exactly. What would be the to form for querer?
It ends with ES.
Yes. And I think that one is actually on page 197. There's 2 of them on page 190. There, right, querer is there. So what's the to form?
It ends with an ES.
Yes, so how, can you pronounce it? It's right there on 197.
Yeah, well,
Oh.
I know, but I don't know how to pronounce it.
Okay. Quieres. Quieres, just a minute. Quieres. Q-U-I-E-R-E-S. Quieres. What's your,
Can I have a pencil?
yes.
I don't know. It's about that.
Oh, you want to? Okay, hang on.
I know. I've already.
Would you hand me my one, please? Thank you. Okay. Quieres. All right. So the first one was prefiero. The second one is quieres. Okay, Jayla, we're up to you on number 3. It says mi padre, my father. Something que necesitamos ir al centro comercial menos. My father's something that we need to go to the mall less. I guess he thinks they all go to the mall and spend too much money, too often and too much. So, my father's something that we need to go to the mall less. Would you think you would use venir or pensar?
Pensar.
Yes, he thinks. My dad thinks we should need to go to the mall less. Okay, so what would be the, let's see, pensar is translated on 198. What form would you use for mi padre, my father? 198. It's at the very top. It's the first verb on that page. Which form of those 6 forms? The very top of 198. Which word do you want to use for my father?
Piensamos.
No, that's
Piensa.
we. What? Go ahead. What?
Piensa.
Piensa. P-I-E-N-S-A. Very good. Mi padre piensa. My dad thinks. Good. Okay, Nehemiah, las clases blank. A las 8 de la mañana. The classes do something at 8 in the morning.
The classes
Empezar. They start. Classes start. So what form of empezar? Now, empezar is on page 198, but they do not give the conjugation. So all you have to do is this. Classes is plural.
Wait, can I guess?
Yeah.
Alls you gotta
Well,
do-
wait, 'cause since it's his, I wanna. Okay, empezar. Okay, to begin.
Thank you.
I'm talking, you are not. Now normally this would be empe. What ending for empezar for the classes?
Empezamos.
Let's spell it. What?
Almost.
No, that's a we. Well, I'm not part of the class. I mean, the classes is a thing. So it's the
Yeah.
other plural form.
Empezon.
Okay, now, since these are stem changing, what am I gonna add and where? What's that one letter I have to add? With all the others added. Go ahead, Mike, please.
E.
Is it the I before the
Thank
E?
you, the I. I before E. Hey, it's just like our English. I before E, except after Z. No, except before Z. Anyway, yes, you add the I there, because it's a stem. So it's empiecen.
Empizan.
Empiecen, very good. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It encourages me to know somebody has been paying attention.
It's
Empiezan, empiecen. Okay, now, Mike, you've got lo blank. Now, this is an expression, and you will find this on the test, by the way. Lo blank. It means I'm sorry. No tengo mi libro para clase hoy. I don't have my book for class today. Okay, so what was the expression for I'm sorry? We actually had that very beginning of the year. Anybody remember lo? It means I feel it, is
Is
basically.
it a saldo?
Not quite.
Sincere.
Right, it's from sentir. Lo siento.
Oh.
S-I-E-N-T-O. It's like cento, but you have to add that I. It's from sentir. Lo siento. S-I-E-N-T-O.
Then what's saldo?
What's that?
What's saldo?
Salgo is I leave, to leave.
Oh.
Right. Salir, it's from it's an irregular form from salir. Okay, now we're up to you, William, and you're on number 6. It says, La tienda blank a las 8:30. So the store does something at 8:30. Will it será or perea?
Closing.
Look at
At
number.
night or in the morning?
This is going to be at night. It wouldn't matter because
Closes?
closes. Which of those two words means close? Será or
Confesar.
no? Wait, we're on number 6. Look at
Oh.
number 6.
See.
Serar is how you.
Serar.
Okay, now serar. You've got to do the same thing. Now, if it's the store, what ending would you put on it?
Serar.
No, just an A. Now, what letter am I going to put in here and where? What letter did we put in on Nehemiah's?
I.
Where did I put it?
Between the C and the I.
Very good. Sierra. Sierra, yes. La tienda cierra a las 8:30. The store closes at 8:30. Good job. Okay, back to Rebecca. It says, yo no blank la tarea. I don't do something the homework. I don't blank the homework. Right, I don't understand. Entender is the main verb, entender, understand. Okay, so, and it's it's the I, so it's an O, but I have to stick something somewhere. Where? Here, here, here?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you, good. Entiendo. Yo no entiendo. Yo no entiendo la tarea. I don't understand the homework. E-N-T-I-E-N-D-O. E-N-T-I-E-N-D-O.
I already know
Entiendo.
it, but I don't know how to say it.
Which one? Well, go
The
ahead.
next one.
Okay, so now,
Recomiendo amos.
almost, except the nosotros form never changes. So it would actually go back to what it should be. So you don't add the I. Right. Recomendamos. Mis primos y yo recomendamos los tacos de nuestro tío. My cousins and I recommend our uncle's tacos. Siempre son muy deliciosos. They are always very delicious. Recomendamos. The nosotros form never gets that I stuck in it. So you can just go back to the regular form. Very good. Okay. We'll come back to that section. Let's do the two easier sections first. 126. We're going to come back. Go to 126, please, William.
K means what, right?
K is kind of, it means a lot of things. It can mean what, who, which, whom. It's a connective word, like, I want the book that my cousin has. She needs what is important to her. You know, that it's a connective word. So, and it's a question word. K is one of those words that's used in a lot of different ways in a lot of different places. So it says, okay, Jalen, now this is yours, so pay attention. Number 1 on the top of page 126. Marcos piensa, Marcos thinks something. Sus clases son muy fáciles. His classes are very easy. Now, would you put K or EN in there? Q-U-E or EN in that sentence?
K.
K, excellent. Marcos thinks that his classes are very easy. Okay, now I'm going to warn you that one of these doesn't get either of these words. It says if neither word is needed, leave the answer blank. So I won't tell you which one, but one of them will be blank. So you're either going to put K, N, or leave it blank. Okay, so we're up to Nehemiah. Yo pienso blank asistir a la iglesia este fin de semana. I think something, attend church this weekend.
I think.
Do you want to put K, N, or nothing?
Nothing.
You got it. I think I'm thinking of attending. You don't need to put anything in there. Those should have been together. It's the conjugated verb and the infinitive together as one thought. Okay, so Mike, it says, Mamá piensa blank. El mercado en el centro es muy bueno. My mother thinks something. The market area in our downtown is really good.
That's hard.
Do you want K, N, or nothing?
Were the first two nothing?
The first one was K.
M.
No, it's going to be K again. My mother thinks that. That's K. Q-U-E. So the first one was K, Q-U-E. The next one was blank. The next one is Q-U-E, K also. So, William, you have the last one. El pastor piensa mucho blank las necesidades espirituales de su congregación. The pastor thinks often blank the spiritual needs of his congregation.
N.
Ian. He thinks much in them. He thinks a lot about the yes.
Please.
If you give me your book. Okay. Now we're going to go to the true and false, and then we'll go back to page 125. True and false. Now, it's been a while since I read about the plazas, but these are this was about the plazas in downtown areas of most Spanish-speaking countries, towns. Okay, so Rebecca, la plaza no es un espacio muy importante en las culturas hispanas. False. So it says the plaza is not an important space in cultural Hispanic cultures, but it is a very important place. Madison, la plaza principal de una ciudad tradicionalmente se llama la Plaza de Armas. I don't think you were here when I read it.
Almost say.
Yeah, you're just going to have to guess. What is it?
And say.
I don't know what I did with
Also?
my pencil. Can I borrow yours? It is actually going to be true. Yes.
I was thinking that, but then I was like, the ending doesn't sound right, and I was like.
Right. It is true. Yeah, that's Plaza de Armas is a very traditional name for the plaza. Jalen, la plaza tradicionalmente tiene un edificio político y un edificio religioso. What do you think? If this were going to be your test and you're going to get extra credit if you get it right, what would you guess? Number 3. Número 3.
Oh, alright. Are we still on page 126?
127.
Okay. Okay, number 3. Alright, good. This is for an extra point on my test?
No. This is just practice.
Okay, that's your turn.
Cierto is true. Yes, the plaza traditionally has a political building, usually the town hall, and then a religious street, usually a religious building, usually the Catholic Church. Okay, Nehemiah, la presencia de una iglesia en la plaza simboliza el poder del rey.
Um, true.
Actually, it's false. It says the presence of a church in the plaza symbolizes the power of the king. No, that would be the political
See,
building,
I'm
that one.
distracted.
Right, exactly. You just didn't know Ray is king. And then Mike, last one, número 5. Muchas veces una plaza tiene un mercado al aire libre.
Cierto.
I'm not saying he's right or wrong, so don't worry about it.
False.
I'm not saying he's right or wrong.
Is libre both?
Just circle
Open
the
air.
Okay.
Aire libre is open air.
Circle the spot.
Decent.
What? No, shut up. Shut up, you're not.
So what are you going to say, Mike?
Decent.
So you're telling me.
Cierto, yes.
I told you.
Traditionally, they do have, many of the plazas have open air markets. Absolutely. Okay, back to 125. Let's start with each sentence.
Will you stop?
All right, so William's not here, so we have to skip all the way over here to Rebecca. It says, ¿Qué quieres para tu cumpleaños? ¿Qué quieres para tu cumpleaños? What do you think they're asking you there? Try to puzzle that, and you'll be puzzling out the translation on the second one, which I don't think you'll have any problem with. Jalen, you're going to be doing number 3 as far as puzzling out the conjugation on number 3 on page 125, if you want to look at it ahead of time. Right, querer want. So what want? Don't worry about that. If you figure out that big long word at the end, I think you'll have no trouble with the rest of it. Okay, so what do they think what do you think they're asking you? What do you want for your birthday? Quieres is the to form, boys.
I was helping him find the page number.
Quieres is the to form. So it's what do you want for your birthday? Now, how would you say I want? Quiero. So then you would fill in quiero, whatever. And you guys don't have to answer these. We're doing these out loud, okay? Don't worry about writing. We're doing them out loud. Mostly translation and figure out the verb, because that's the important. So, for instance, if you wanted, Nehemiah probably wants a car. Quiero un carro. No?
Not that old yet.
Oh, you're not that old
What I
yet.
want
He
is
wants meat.
Quiero
I
carne.
want to go to Fogo de Chao.
What?
I want to go to Fogo de Chao,
What's that?
a Brazilian steakhouse.
Oh, okay. Well, forget it. Okay, Madison, where?
It's all you can eat steak.
Oh.
But it's like $60 a person.
There is a restaurant that I went to in Salt Lake City, Utah. That was an all-you-can-eat steak place too, and it was really neat because, well, anyway, never mind. I'm getting off track.
Was it good?
Oh, it was delicious. Okay, Madison. Oh, ¿dónde prefiere comer tu familia? You wouldn't-
Where prefer to eat your family?
Right. So where does your family prefer to eat? Now, if you were going to start that sentence, you would have to say in English, my family prefers.
Mi familia prefiere.
Prefiere. Very good. Yes. Mi familia prefiere. My family prefers. Okay, Jalen says, ¿Qué piensas hacer esta noche? What do you think they're asking you on number 3? ¿Qué piensas hacer esta noche?
They're asking me if I'm allowed to play sports.
No, not quite. No, there's the word for sports is deportes.
Okay, alright. They're asking me if I like food.
Well, what's K? Which question word is K? Who, what, when, where, why, or how?
Who?
Nope.
What?
Yes, what? Okay. Piensas is from pensar. If you look on the top of page 198, you've already dealt with this verb on one of your other ones. Top of page 198? Look at the top of page 198, pensar. What does that mean?
To think.
Right, so, what do you think? What do you think? Hacer. What does hacer mean?
Hi.
To make or to do? What do you think
To make.
making or doing? Esta noche. Figure out esta noche.
Okay, alright.
Do you remember what noche is? Buenas noches.
Hi, how are you?
No. No. All right. It's saying, what are you thinking about doing tonight? Esta noche is this night, tonight. Okay, now, looking back on 198 on pensar, again, the verb. How would you say, I think?
What page were you on?
We're on page 125. Pienso. Pienso, and then what do you think about doing tonight? Playing sports? Pienso jugar deportes. Pienso estudiar. Thinking about studying. Pienso comer. I'm thinking about eating. Pienso dormir. I'm thinking about sleeping. Okay, any of those. Now, like I said, we're not writing these in, William. We're just puzzling them out. Okay, so,
Oh, we're not.
número 4, Nehemiah. ¿A qué hora empiezas a comer el almuerzo?
How do you like the empanadas on the corner of the avenue?
I don't think that's even
What?
close.
That's all right.
Okay, let's start with a qué hora. What do you think they're asking you there?
What? Is that right?
Hours.
At what? Because the
At
A means
what?
at what?
At what hour?
Yes, at what time or what hour? Exactly.
At what time do the empanadas at the corner
Empiezas is your verb.
It's not
Empiezas is the verb. It's not a food. Empezar, it's on the list on
No,
page.
isn't empanadas
195?
like
197?
Yes, 198.
Oh, we see it anywhere.
It's in the list. It's not one of the ones translated. In the
Oh,
list at the
okay.
very center of the page.
Okay, thank you. To begin,
Okay. So what time do you think about starting what?
what time are you thinking about starting the empanadas?
No. Comer is what?
yum yum yum.
What's comer?
Oh, but everybody knows comer.
Yeah,
To eat. El almuerzo. Okay, is el almuerzo breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
El empanada, I don't know, is it lunch?
It is. So they're asking, what time are you thinking about eating your
I'm
lunch?
thinking about eating lunch.
Okay, but
around 1.
what's the I form for empezar?
Empenso.
Close. Now what do we have?
Empienso.
Empiezo. No N.
So, sorry, I said
Empezar. There's no N in there, right? Good. Empiezo a comer, and then whatever time you would eat. Okay, Mike, up to you. Número 5.
Idiot right there.
Que it has nothing to do with what he just said.
No,
¿Qué
I didn't hear
idiomas
anything else.
entiende tu mamá? Do you remember what idiomas is?
No, I don't.
Does anybody? It's been a long time. We had this word once, maybe way
I
back
want to
when.
say an idiom. but-
It's languages, but we get the
I
word
was
idiom
close.
from, right?
How many languages
Well,
does
no,
your
it doesn't
mom
say how many. K is not how many.
Oh.
What is K, Mike? And you're not allowed to answer, Nehemiah.
Oh.
Is
Who, what, when, where, why, or how?
what?
What? What languages? Okay, entiende tu mamá. So what language is your mother what? Entender is
Does
on,
that speak?
well, in understand, understand.
Yeah.
Okay, so what languages does your mother understand?
I have a question.
Yes.
For me, if someone were to ask me that, right? Would I say mi mamá habla español poquito?
Yes, that would be a good
and
answer.
then say that, say,
Me mama speak English.
and then say mi mamá mucho grande inglés.
No entiende inglés. Okay, now Mike. Okay. If you had just been paying attention, you would have been known the answer exactly what I'm going to ask you right now.
Literally just said
But since you weren't listening, you would answer this question that my mother understands. How would you say that part in Spanish? My mother,
Me mama
okay, and understands.
entiende.
You would, exactly. Good job, good job.
And I
Okay,
thought-
William?
It's like right there. It's right there.
I know, but I didn't think you would catch that. A lot of people don't. Okay, William, number 7. Look at it as I read it. It says, ¿Qué quieren hacer tus hermanos y tú este fin de semana? No, on page 125, the very bottom, the very last one
You mean
says,
number 6?
no, yes, excuse me, number 6. ¿Qué quieren hacer tus hermanos y tú este fin de semana? What are they asking you? Is K who, what, when, where, why, or how?
What?
Nope. Mike just told you what it meant.
What?
Yes, what? All right.
He didn't even
Quieren-
answer. He just
what?
said what?
What and quieren hacer is want to do. Now, who are the tus hermanos y tú? Tus hermanos y tú refer to whom?
Her
What's the word for, what's the hermano? We've had that. It's a family relationship.
Relative?
What relative? Mother, dad, grandma, grandpa, brother, sister, aunt, uncle.
Aunts, uncle.
No,
Aunt, uncle.
not quite, no.
Tia and Tia.
Try again.
Grandma?
Nope, that's hermano, that's abuelo and abuela. Try.
Sister?
Sisters and brothers, siblings. Another. So what do you, if your siblings and you, y tú means, I want you looking at the sentence. Y tú means and you. Este fin de semana. Now, fin de semana is an expression I've given you many, many times very recently. What did we say that means? It deals with a time on the calendar.
Month?
Not quite.
Date?
Nope.
Day?
Not quite.
This is guessing.
The year?
Nope.
The week?
Not quite. It's part of the week. What part of the week is it?
Sunday?
No.
That's Domingo.
No. It's the weekend. You guys need to recognize this expression.
Saturday?
No, I just said it's the weekend.
Oh.
Boys,
Yes,
what's fin de semana?
the weekend.
Okay, ¿qué quieren hacer? So what do you and your siblings want to do this weekend? Este being this. Fin de semana being weekend. You guys need to recognize that.
Miss
Yes.
Why do they make it? Because I find it so confusing. Like the two hermanos. That could be like a brother and a sister.
Yeah, that's why I always just use the word sibling, because you can do that. Your brothers and sisters, that's so long, so I've just shortened it to siblings. Right, exactly. Because we have to separate them, brothers and sisters in English, so it's easier just say siblings. It's one, making 3 words just into one. Okay, starting tomorrow we will be starting the study sheet for the test. So Thursday and Friday will be a study sheet. Monday will be your test. So test Monday, quiz on the verse Wednesday.
Do you hope I'll have another test like last test?